Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of the TEW9 Dragon Gate save here on the channel. We are finally here for the King of Gate as we end out the year 2005 with the biggest tournament to date for the company. Even though the company is not even, well actually yeah, they are now a full year old. Still, it is still very impressive to think that we are going to see 32 men compete for the chance to challenge in the year 2006 in the first big show, Machizuki, for the Open the Dream Gate Championship. Now, for this tournament, of course, the size of this goddamn thing, the first 2 days are going to be the first round matches, and then we'll work our way from there. So the standings are this, as far as our round of 32. Akira Tozawa versus Zero. Kind of a fun match because, alphabetically speaking, the number one and the final guy on the list battling it out in the first round, in the first match, too. Mark Briscoe versus Masato Yoshino. Unique challenge for Masato Yoshino, taking on Mark Briscoe, first time meeting there. Jinky Orguchi versus BB Hulk. We will see if we'll have a potential second round matchup between, as far as Collection of Perfection members, BB Hulk and Tai Chi. But he's got a tough task, those BB Hulk, against Jinky Orguchi. Tai Chi, however, has Sakiko Machine in the first round, and Shima has Naruki Tanasaki in the first round. We'll also see Kagetora versus the Amazing Red. Daniel Mishima versus Dragon Kid. Now this will be, as far as I believe, once we get to Shuji Kondo and Roderick Strong. Yes, I believe that is, yeah, that, because that'd be 8 and 8. Shuji Kondo and Roderick Strong, which is a very fun match, as well, two kind of hoss dudes, and that could work, I think, really well together. I think it's going to be a fun little match. But the return of Dragon Kid is massive. Of course, been out for a year, coming back to breaking his neck. We'll see how he does. Obviously, he's going to be a little rusty, and he gets a good little showcase match with Mishima to show that he still got it. But yeah, I mean, obviously, the Open the Brave Gate champion, Masato Yoshino, may potentially going for both belts, of course, if he can go on and win the whole goddamn thing. But a pretty interesting first day with those matches. As far as what's the main event, that's a good question. I mean, Mark Briscoe and Masato Yoshino, just for Yoshihino being involved in the match, makes sense. Shuji Kondo and Roderick Strong is a good matchup too. Just, you know, I don't think it's going to have the ratings I would like for it to be. Horiguchi and BB Hawk's not a bad little sleeper match, the main event as well. But you know, Shima's got a bit of an easy first round matchup. Same thing for Tai Chi. We'll see how everybody. But I mean, even the Kagetora Amazing Red match, it should be fine, but it's not going to be, I think, a main event qualifying matchup for the second day. Well, the rest of the first round matchups: Jack Evans versus Yujiro. As we'll see how, as far as the man that somehow has damn near died, as far as the little segment we had in his match, that was, what, 2 months ago now? His matchup with Amazing Red. We'll see how he does in a singles matchup against Yujiro. Two completely different styles, stylistically there. And our next matchup, Shingo Takagi versus Michael Iwasa. So we'll see if Shingo can get a win over on the Florida Express members. Hayato Jr. Fujita versus Shogo Takagi. As we'll see if an M2K member can go out and win this whole thing. And it'll be an M2K 2006 opening, you know, show main event. As, well, you know, of course, Naruki Doi. He's got Taiji Shimori, though, so he's got a very tough task. And same thing for Hayato Jr. Fujita, taking on Shogo Takagi. Alex Shelley versus Ryo Saito. That is the main event matchup for sure. That's going to be a very fun match to see how that plays out. Johnson Florida versus Milano Collection AT. This will be the comedy match for day 2. Dao Fuji and Kudo, as well, is on this card. Dao Fuji, of course, probably pound for pound wise the biggest guy in this, always a threat. And then Jay Briscoe versus Kota Ibushi. What a wild ass match here in the year 2005, because I mean, fucking 10 years later you do this match and it's one of the best matches in the world, singles wise. Yeah, it's a crazy thing too, even by the time you get to 2020, as far as Kota Ibushi and Jay Briscoe, that's still, 15 years down the line. Still a tremendous matchup. That is our round of 32, though, and let's just waste no more time. We've already had a bit of a long delay to get this show on the road. Let's get it going. As our guys, we want to take the night off. Yes, as I do want to double check and make sure. Yes, okay. So yeah, we'll have Yujiro. He can take the night off. Kind of the guys that are not going to be on this day that are dealing with kind of personality stuff. If we can get them kind of back on the happy trail, that would be fantastic. We could have had one of them, both Maximos too. They kind of missed out on being involved in this. As I think, oh yeah, Ishimori. Yes. There we go. Shingo, he's also annoyed. Basically everyone that's going to be on day 2. So I think, yeah, we're good to go though. Now, yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, yes, our venue. I was hoping we would, I picked lesser and not normal. I was hoping we'd still get like a 5,000 seater. Not the case at all. Gonna have to park our inhibitions just a little bit. Let's make sure it's a 1,500. Actually, because we are gonna probably end the show in Kansai, we should probably run elsewhere for the rest of these days. Biwa Island Sports Gym, yeah, it'll be 2,000 people. Yeah, we should probably just cut that down to 2,000. Make this a lot easier. Gamagori Sports Center, that will work for us, because it will be a sellout. And we will, the show is, I think all these tournament shows are going to be broadcasted. That way, everybody gets to see the first round matches and basically throughout the tournament. That way it's not like a recap thing. Booking, creative energy stuff. I think we're just going to keep it as is. Atsushi Katoge. No, we don't want you here. It's Milano Collection AT lifted the locker room and organized and won a video game tournament. And there's the basic and safety training drills for... Oh, there we go. Kensuke is traveling with BB Hulk. That's pretty great. Oh my god. Dragon Kid and Jack Evans got heat. That sucks. Because that match, well, no one could really base for each other. And that's kind of the problem too. But man, if you... I mean, we could do a triple threat with Red too. And that match would be the most indie-rific fucking match of the time. It would be pretty phenomenal. But there would also probably be a lot of fuck-ups too. But a fun match though, nonetheless. What could be, at least. So, basically, we're going to open up the show. It's going to be Katsuya, Ichikawa, and Machizuki. And this is going to be a studio kind of deal. This is going to be talking about not only hyping up the tournament itself, 32 men competing for the chance for that. The chance at the champ. Machizuki is going to be involved in every single match. He's going to be the commentator, the color guy. So we'll see if that can help us out a little bit, having a color commentator, because he'll be our first color guy on commentary. So that's going to be interesting to see. As I mean, our opening match. That is a good question. On what they probably Taichi. Taichi and Sakiko Machine start off with a comedy match. Taichi's going to get the win as against Casey Agent. Yeah, we'll have Marty Asami be the ref. Oh, yes. I'm assuming Machizuki's not going to have great commentary skills. Yeah. That's fine. So that would be the first match. Then we'll go Red and Kagatora, which we'll see Amazing Red beat Kagatora. That's a huge upset. Really, when you think about it, they had their Triangle Gate matches day 4 in October. That's the only time they've interacted. Kagatora losing here is kind of crazy, but at the same time, I feel like Red has the potential to be something very special for us, if, of course, we can get him away from TNA, which would be pretty tough to do right now, at least. Then Shima and Nuki Tanasaki. Shima's going to win about 6 minutes. Pretty straightforward match. as, oh yes, again, Machizuki. I want to double check and make sure I, see, did this right. Yep, forgot it. I already one time in, god damn it. It might be easier just to have him be, actually, what we should do, probably be easier, I don't know if we can change it here. Yeah, commentary. That way, I don't have to add it every time. There we go. Okay. See if that'll fix it. We'll just pick Tozawa and Zero. Who, Zero's gonna get the win. It's gonna be a roll up here. As far as, okay, perfect. Yeah, Machizuki's the agent. We're good to go. Or the agent, the commentator. So we're good to go. Actually, I think Tozawa and Zero can go here. So Tozawa, trying to get his first kind of major win. Zero, though, rolls him up. It's a different type of finish. I kind of like the idea of the kind of Owen Hart on top of the shoulders roll through victory roll. But because I mean Tozawa, I don't think he really has anybody up on his shoulders like that. That was kind of the thing. Because it'd be a weird way to like counter a German suplex attempt. This kind of thing there. So yeah, it just kind of wouldn't make any sense. Now, this is when we're gonna have Mishima and Dragon Kid. So the Mystery Man is Dragon Kid. Big return, big surprise return. Of course, been out for a year. He's gonna win. We're not gonna have him go all out. That's just a recipe for disasters. First match back in a year. We don't need the guy going out there and killing himself. Just not necessary. So then, Horiguchi and BB Hulk will go here, which Horiguchi's going to get the win. This will be the backslide finish for Horiguchi. That's why we just made it a quick, clean flash pinfall. Then we'll have Yoshihino and Mark Briscoe, but Yoshihino's going to get the win in 10 minutes. Yeah, the Brave Gate champ, and then Shuji Kondo and Roddy, which this is also a Steal the Show matchup. Yeah, obviously we don't have back-to-back Steal the Show matches, but Shuji Kondo gonna beat Roddy Strong in that one. Which, yeah, obviously we went over time. I figured we would. Obviously with the amount of matches we've done. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to put the Shima match kind of in between this. That way it's a bit of a buffer. So I like that. Let's cut some time out of that, actually. Let's make it 4 minutes instead. And it's, I kind of want him to... I was thinking of maybe having him beat him up even post-bell and having someone come in to make the save, but... Because, I mean, he would face the next round. He would face Amazing Red. So, it would kind of be weird for, like, Red to make the save or even have... Maybe we can have the SATs in Red kind of make the save. That way the SATs can do something on the show. But I think we're good. I think we're good with that. We just obviously have to cut some more time off. Oh yeah, Horiguchi and BB Hulk. That can go... yeah, it could go before that match. Yeah, Kakator and Red should probably go here, actually, yeah. There we go. I kind of like how everything's rolled out now. We'll have, actually, back-to-back roll-up pins. It's probably not a great idea. Oh, no, it's a clean finish. Okay. Good. Alright, so yeah, Zero. He's going to win with his finish. Everybody's booked. Everybody's ready to go. Squared away. Oh, yeah, we're going to change the time. It was, we put it at an hour. Fuck it. Keep it an hour. 75 minutes. It probably should be... I mean, it's a hell of an overrun when you kind of look at it like that. But maybe we can do it to where... Obviously, 15 minutes of ads is kind of crazy to do like an hour. But, yeah, I mean, it's still... It's we could probably cut some stuff down like a little bit, but at the same time, not a whole lot of matches are going a whole lot of time. So Oh, well, yeah, so Saito, he's got his creative finishes, and everybody else's creative finish thing is not going to go away. So, we're good to go. All right, let's run it. Yeah, 45. Fucking Shima. Is, as far as really for this is to give Mochizuki a chance to be showcased while not actually being in the tournament, but also having him kind of scout guys, having him give an insight. He's watching every guy in every match to potentially see his next opponent. Very much a real sport kind of aesthetic there with that. But yeah, Taichi with the missile dropkick again. We gotta change his fucking finish. Get away from the missile dropkick. But a 32 though, nonetheless, gets the win over Sakiko Machine. Again, a great comedy act is Taichi. Sakiko Machine is just there to eat pins at this rate. Zero and Akira Tozawa. Tozawa actually did pretty well, but yeah, the countdown to 4-0, getting the win, and he's been great. Obviously Arashima is awesome, and in this change of role has been pretty great. Oh wow, Mochizuki now. The commentary's starting, I think, dwindle a little bit. As far as Jinkei Oraguchi and BB Hulk, as in 6 minutes he gets the win. I guess because this is probably when we switched him to be off of commentary, like being off the commentary team. I'm assuming that's what happened, and why none of his other things have been... Oh no, it was fine here. Amazing Red though gets the win with the Kagetora. Oh, over Kagetora rather, with the red eye. Yeah, again, Red's tremendous. He did way better than Kagetora. I'm glad we had him win. Made sense there. Then Dragon Kid's return, which got a 33. Then the match itself, yeah, Dragon Kid, Rusty still outperformed Daniel Mishima, and Shima again, the agent there. No worries. Kondo and Roddy, yeah, came down to just a point difference. We tried to let those guys go all out. Wasn't the greatest of matches. 13 minutes might have been a little too long. I thought about making a 15-minute time limit for the first round, which actually, basically, I think we would have enforced, just by, from what I remember, making the matches. All the first round matches are before 15 minutes end, so we probably could have done that, to at least announced it during, like, the little intro segment of the tournament and whatnot, showing off the bracket and all the fun jazz things that we did in the beginning. Yeah, Shima here. He was, tremendous. Had the Schween in 4 minutes. Doubled Nuki Tanasaki. Could have main evented just off of him alone. But our main event, Masato Yoshino gets the win with the lightning spiral over Mark Briscoe. It saddens me how bad Mark Briscoe is here. But somehow it got the crowd buzzing. And somehow it was a great main for what we wanted this show to be. No popularity changes. We had the right thing kind of go on last. And the co-main too. Amazing Red and Kagetora though, should have had more faith in it. Yeah, should have put it after the Dragon Kid return. But it's some good stuff. And the angle did well. The opening angle actually was a lot better than I thought it would be. And we made money. So all around, great shit. Can't beat that. Judy Bagwell. What a shot to go from the opening tournament day. And I'm just glad nobody got hurt. That's all I'm hoping for. We don't have a disaster on our hands with this big-ass tournament. Oh, new champs. Batista. Oh, my God. Stevie Richards and Lance Storm lost to Batista and Flair for the belts. Yeah, a lot of guys getting extended. Holy shit. Oh, Kensuke staying with All Japan. I believe it's a handshake deal. Yep, it sure is. Perfect for us. Yeah, a lot of extensions going on right now. Oh, Taichi. Oh, yeah, another handshake deal, too. Perfect. Yeah, I think All Japan, we're getting lucky with some of these handshake deal extensions, because they definitely could have exclusively signed a lot of guys. 160,000, though, is not bad for day one of a tournament. And now we go to day two. Yeah, our schedule is all over the goddamn place. As you can see, quite the busy fucking bunch we have here. This could have been a good day for day two, but Jack's working this day, so just kind of is what it is. But we've got it figured out, and hopefully everybody is healthy for day two, because you never know too, because we also have guys working 0-1 and All Japan. We're at the mercy of others, really, with this tournament. But on to day two we go. Alrighty, so day two, again, we'll be running, since we just ran Chubu, might as well go to Chugoku next. Just go down the line. Yeah, the Hiroshima Industrial Hall. It won't be a sellout. Well, let's check. Let's see. Maybe there's a 1,200 or 1,250. Get a little closer. Well, there's a 1,100. Takashi Gymnasium. That'll work. Perfect. All right. Yeah, and again, we will of course. Oh, there we go. And yeah, well, obviously beyond KR Sports. Still not going to use any of that as far as for the booking team meeting. Kinsuke and Akira Hokuto. I'm glad that husband and wife are hanging out backstage. Would make a whole lot of fucking sense. Iwasa brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues. So everyone's in a good mood. As yeah, so we open up the television broadcast. I love it, Kota Ibushi. But this is a fun spot. What we're gonna do here with Kota Ibushi, even though he's gonna get a chair thrown at his head. Basically, once we'll get to that. But as far as for day 2, you will open up the show with the basically what we did for day 1, where we have the TV studio as far as with the champ Machizuki, talking about the bracket, the rest of the first round matches, and of course highlighting Naruki Doi and saying that sure, it would suck to have to lose the belt, but if someone's going to challenge me for it, Naruki Doi's the guy, and of course keeping it in house with M2K. So yeah, there is that. That's why that's opening up the show. So we've talked about the spot in passing here. We might as well talk about it now. So it is going to be a DQ finish, and it's because Jay Briscoe. Oh, yeah, wait, I'm gonna take the clean finish out of the. Actually, we'll call it a rage DQ. Maybe, no, I'll just have it because it's just going to be the chair throw. So, as Kota Ibushi is going to win off a DQ, basically what's going to happen is at the end of the match, they're going to get on the apron, Kota Ibushi and Jay Briscoe, and Jay Briscoe's going to fight his way to try and get, some type of momentum going, but Ibushi ends up, head kicking him. Down he goes. Ibushi sells, as far as gets Jay Briscoe time, at least time enough to maybe look to get something, from as far as, crawling back up with the guardrail, and swings at him to try and take his legs out from under him. Ibushi moonsaults, lands on his feet, but he lands and he's facing away from Jay Briscoe. He does not see that Jay Briscoe is near the commentary section now on the floor, grabs a chair and fucking hauls it at him. Sabu style, throws it to him, hits him right in the head. The referee sees this, and usually, referee's discretion when it's outside on the floor like that. Usually in Japan, you can use kind of any weapons, barring if you do something crazy. And I think in this case, something crazy fucking happened, and with a chair shot to the head, throwing him, and the ref calls it DQ. And I like that idea that spot. It shows again that I got Lisu and the Briscoes here. They got a mean streak about them. We're really putting that over. So once he throws that chair and the bell's rung, he's like, fuck it. So Briscoe still gets the beat down, and we are going to have, I think for the next minute, the kind of the pull apart between Do Fixer and Aigon Lisu. So, we'll have everyone be non-speaking. So it'll be Kondo and Shogo and Mark and obviously Jay. And then for Do Fixer, we'll be having, as far as, I think Horiguchi will go into Tanasaki, Saito, and Taiji Shimori. A lot of people. Oh, and Kota Ibushi's going to be there. We'll have him sell. There we go. A lot of people. A lot of people for the pull apart. But I think it's necessary for sure. Oh yeah, yeah, we're good to go here now. So that's 3 minutes. And I don't think it's going to open up the show or anything, but just figured get that out of the way while we can. What will open the show is, I like the, Jack Evans Yujiro. It's two completely different fucking styles of talent. Jack's going to win. He is going to hit some flippy shit on Yujiro and pick up the victory, so he's going to get the win and advance to the next round. Then we'll go Shogo and Hayata Jr. Fujita, which Shogo will win, beating the youngster. Tough break for Hayata Jr. Fujita, but at the same time, not a terrible match or anything like that. It should be just fine. Shingo and Michael Iwasa here. Shingo's going to win. Pumping Bomber, I'm assuming. As far as for Iwasa, again, Florida Express, they're not singles talents. This is a match that's, and this whole tournament is out of their wheelhouse. And they're getting, and it shows. It's showing. Actually, I think we should probably put this second. I'm looking at it. Yeah. And then we'll go comedy match. Johnson Florida, Milano Collection AT. Milano's going to win. Oh, as Johnson Florida was the ref. Yeah, but let that be Asami. Good shits. So there's that. So that's the comedy match, which will go then before Jay and Kota Ibushi. And, of course, Ibushi getting that win off of DQ. Milano, I like the idea of him getting an AT lock over Johnson Florida. As Johnson Florida, and also kind of do like the Paradise lock, where, again, with a guy that is wearing a mask, you got to really sell it with your body, and you got to really be like, holy shit, I'm helpless. Kind of frail around like you're fish out of water. That's kind of what we would try to do. Kind of roll around like you're a goddamn turtle that's stuck on his back. That's about the only way you can really sell that without, obviously, facial expression. So it's a tough challenge for him, but I think he can get it done. Yeah, Don Fuji Kudo can go here. Don Fuji's going to get the win in 6 minutes. Oh, Don Fuji. What is Don Fuji doing? No, don't tell me he chose Big... Oh, my God, he broke his leg? God damn it, Big Japan. Wow. Unreal. Unfucking real. Well. Don't we just have a fucking situation here? Alright, so let's see. So, obviously, as far as Stalker Ichikawa is kinda him or one of the Maximos are kinda our only option. Or we can use Sakura Hokuto, which would be very fun. Yeah, I mean, it's a... fuck it. Fuck it, why not? Alright. So, Don Fuji and Kudo. No more. Now, Akira Hokuto and Kudo. We will have Kudo win, which is very tough, but it's because Gensuke comes out, distraction, and I like this finish again. It protects Hokuto while also having Kensuke get involved in this. Obviously, now the agent's got to be Shima. Or no, it still could be Kensuke, I think. We'll see. Boy, she is unhappy about this. Yeah, not clean. Not clean. There we go. Yeah, roll up. That'll work. Still unhappy. I mean, I get it. You're a bit of a goat. Alright, well, there we go. We got it. Nailed it. So, I think what we will do is then we will have the injury update. Don Fuji. Crazy. Absolutely crazy that happened. We just keep getting fucked over by guys working elsewhere. Yeah, so... Fell in an injury. I don't think... Let's see. we'll go out. Say we'll do a video of it. Yeah, video. Fuji. Katsuya Ichikawa kind of be the segment host, giving the update. Yeah, we'll just go like a minute. Nothing crazy. So then the hype of the mystery person. I like that idea. Oh, pre-tape. There we go. And it being Hokuto is kind of a huge pop. We'll now put that a little below that. We'll put it there, kind of in the middle. Yeah, alright. So now we're set there. Oh, we actually got to change this. Tournaments. Replace. Fuji. Kira Hokuto. Crazy. Crazy opportunity for Hokuto. But again, Kinsuke getting involved is pretty hilarious. That he's just bound and determined to make sure his wife does not get hurt here tonight, even though she could protect herself. It's again I wouldn't say we rushed the ending to the Florida Express and then do Fixer with, as far as Hikura Hokuto with do Fixer. We could maybe do something differently this go around. Because, I mean, it was a 4-on-3. And then they had the actual Triangle Gate match with Mochizuki and Doi coming in and doing that. I think this is way better to have her come back as a surprise. She did beat Kinsuke on the Fan Appreciation Day, so in December, it's been a year since we've seen her. Why not? Why not? And this will lead up to a rematch for Kinsuke and Hokuto for that, and that's on that same show for the Fan Appreciation Day show. But now there's an interesting angle now to at least go along with that. But anywho, our co-main event will be Naruki Doi and Taiji Shimori. Fun match. Doi's going to get the win there. Actually, no, this should probably be the main, now I'm thinking about it. Because I think this is going to go, it's right before 15 minutes, so it hypes that up to being like, holy shit, we might see a draw. But Doi pulls it out in the end, and he gets it done. So Doi's going to win there. Then the co-main is Shelly and Saito, which this goes 12 minutes. Want to have a good showing for Alex Shelley in there with somebody that's fought for the title and is one of our top guys in Saito, and just looking good out there. Looking good. 3 minutes might be too long for that angle, but I don't know, though. We want to really put over the pull apart. Either way, it's 86 minutes right now. We'll actually cut this down to 2 minutes. Doesn't need to be that long. 3 minutes is a bit excessive. There we go. All right. Yeah, make an hour 30. Yep. Yeah, with 85 minutes, they can kind of work around it, potentially. But yeah, Ishimori being used too much is kind of crazy. It's not like he's terrible or anything like that. Maybe not have Ishimori involved in the pull-apart then. I kind of like that as far as not him getting involved in the match. Or remove him. I don't know what's going on with the fucking shit of text kind of disappearing on me. Very odd, but yeah, now we're good to go. Can we look at our medical shit from here? We can't. Yeah, we can't work on anything, it looks like, so. Yeah, but Nakajima's back in 6 days, so that's nice. His return will be pretty sick. So 45 here for our opening angle. Hyping up the tournament again, running through day 2's matches and highlighting what's kind of been going on, and having Mochizuki have a talking point about Naruki Doi, who of course is in our main event. Yeah, Jack Evans being the fucking man. No psychology. Who gives a shit? He's hitting the corkscrew moonsault in the opening match that people shit their pants. That's what it's all about. As far as I got the Crown Auto too, so that was perfect. Pumping Bomber for Shingo. He got outperformed by Michael Iwasa. It's killing me how bad Shingo has been doing. Oh yeah, there's the TV update for the Don Fuji injury, which then leads to Akira Hokuto, which she loses via Kinsuke. Distraction and interference. She was really off her game, and she still outperformed Kudo. Shogo and Hayata Jr. for Cheeto. How about the young man, though? 41. Great stuff for the in-ring performance. He kind of outperformed, he ends up losing. But it's getting, I mean, listen, he's doubling Shingo. Obviously, he has had a little bit of a jump on him. Oh my god, Johnson Florida and Milano do damn near the same. The comedy match did not work out well, though, at all, weirdly enough. It was 29. But the AT lock for Milano over Johnson Florida gets the win in 4 minutes. Gets him out of there. Then the 45 for the DQ with Jay Briscoe throwing the chair at Kotobushi. A lot of people would probably be like, well, what was the point in that? When it's more about helping out maybe Aigon Lee soon the greater good. Then we have the pull apart. Which, yeah, the pull apart was terrible actually, but that's alright. It is alright. So 58 though. Not a bad co-main event by any stretch of the imagination because they have great chemistry. Shima was the agent. Machizuki again, just once the match gets to a certain level, he is actually hurting the match. But German suplex hold for Saito. He's going to get the win. I want to make sure the main event at least delivers. Okay, so yeah, Johnson Florida. Well, gonna have to replace him for that to make sense now. But yeah, we'll have Tanabe be the guy, make sure he's good to go. Okay, perfect. All right. So 56 for our main event, the Ricky Doi. Getting the win with the Bakatori sliding kick over Ishimori. Yeah, Ishimori not close to beating him as far as performance-wise. They've had, I believe this is their 4th match or 3rd match. You know, they had the Open the Brave Gate title matchup earlier in the year. I believe that was in May. And, you know, they traded some wins because they had the February match during the tournament. The May match, I believe this is the trilogy actually, but I want to say there was one more during kind of the fall. What? All around? Actually, yes, Saito and Shelley was the better match. I was right. Should have won my gut, but that's okay. 54, I mean, it could have been worse. Yes, yeah, we're still making about 15 grand a show. A lot of people getting paid, though, and fucking Danielson and Nigel locking up. This is probably around this time period, too, this picture's taken. Because I want to say Danielson was rocking the shaved hair. This was... Trying to think when he loses the Homicide, if it was Final Battle 2005 or Final Battle 2006. I want to say it was 2006. I want to say. Because Homicide... Yeah, it was. Because Homicide loses to Morishima. Yeah, during the spring of 07. Because they do Joe and Morishima, and obviously Joe leaves for Ring of Honor, or for TNA full time, and all that fun jazz. But, yeah, Dragon Gate, King of Gate Day 2, yeah, lack of big names. But that's okay, though. We will be just fine. As, now for Cage of Death. Are you in the law? Oh, Messiah's still working for CZW. That's sick. Let's see what Cage of Death 8 was up to. Oh my god, Jackie and Sarah Del would rule. Holy shit. Messiah and Nick Cage in a dog collar match. There's no Cage of Death, though. I guess it's hard to implement that in the game. Tough. Blackout, though. With Sanjay Dutt part of Blackout's pretty cool. Again, that Jackie Sarah Del Rey match, that's a very... That'd be a fun match to watch. Maybe not during this time, because unfortunately I think Jackie was a little bit in her kind of out of the ring phase of her career, just age-wise, but Austin Aries got suspended. That's crazy. ECWA suspending people. But yeah, enough about the world. What's going on in the save. On to day 3, which our matches will be as followed. I believe we are going to have the round of 16 in total for day 3. Because then I think for the quarterfinals and the semifinals, we'll have day 4 and then day 5. For the day 4 will be the quarterfinals, day 5 is the semifinals, and then we'll obviously get to the finals. So yeah, on to day 3 we go. Alrighty, so day 3, we have Milano. Collection AT coming up to us and having an idea for a creative finish. Good shit there. Oh, and Masato Yoshino's got the same idea, but this time it's, instead of a finish, it's enhancing his character. And then the pre-show training shows. Oh, there you go. Katsuya Ichikawa's in fine form before the shows. He shared some hilarious road stories to create a relaxed and happy atmosphere. Oh, wow. Our referee, Kenta Tamoka, and Dragon Kid got into a huge row and had to be physically separated. His brother just came back from a broken neck and he's already trying to fight people in the back. Not great. Not great. So, what we're going to have here, there is a couple people absent. It's just Don Fuji. Okay, so that's good. We also have Mishima still having his time off. But nonetheless, our day 3 show, of course, the second round. I will say this, though. I forgot to mention this when we ended out day 2. The first round, we ended that. We did not change this. I wanted to have Shogo take on Ibushi and Kudo taking on Saito. So basically, what we would do is now with this opening of tonight, round 2 of King of Gay with the kind of video studio shot and running down the bracket is talking about as far as with we'll have the non-speaking role. We'll have Shogo as not non-speaking off screen. Talking about what happened with the kind of crazy shenanigans that were happening with or not Dragon Kid, rather, excuse me. Fucking we gotta change back that. Oh, did it not save now? Might not have. Oh no, it did. It's just here now. Well, instead of now Shogo, he's gonna be taking on Kota Ibushi after what we saw with Aigan Lisu and Do Fixer, keeping that going. As far as we'll have Bushi. So now Bushi takes on Shogo Takagi, where now Saito takes on Kudo. So yeah, just a flop with Kudo and Shogo Takagi there. Pretty simple, straightforward. But it's, I felt like it had to be done. And as far as the rest of the card, the opening match, I think we're going to go with that. I think we're going to go with Kudo and Ryo Saito, which Saito's going to win in 8 minutes. Pretty straightforward shit there. Then we'll go with, I think we're going to go with Shingo and Jack Evans, which is a fun match. I want to say that 4-way that was in New York City at the 5th Year Festival show in Ring of Honor, Jack and Shingo were in that match. I'm trying to think of the other two. Xavier was in that match. Forgetting the 4th guy. But a very fun match, though. Jack took a plumbing bomber from Shingo and he did like a fucking moonsault flip. It was awesome. But yeah, Jax, he is going to get this win, which normally I'd be like, no fucking way. But he's been incredible in the save. And I feel like he would be doing so much crazy shit and the crowd is just loving him. Might as well keep it going. Let him get a win here. Fuck it, right? He's going to have a good performance. He's going to do well. Gets the win and advances to the quarterfinals. Just like that. So far, will he be the only Gaijin left in the tournament is the question. He will be, because Shima and Amazing Red is a very fun match. Shima's going to win. I don't know if they'll be right here on the card, but it is a good match, though, nonetheless. I think we're going to go with Horiguchi and Taichi, though, as the match is going to go before that, because it is the comedy match. Taichi will win. He's going to beat Jinki Horiguchi, which is a pretty nice little upset here. In a big win for Taichi, probably the biggest win of his short run with us so far. And that is massive. Absolutely massive to get that win. And then we'll go Dragon Kid and Shuji Kondo, which is funny enough. This is the first time we've had their face off against each other in a singles match. Because obviously, I love when these two interact with each other. The infamous kind of bump of Kondo and Dragon Kid when he picked him up and slammed him on his fucking head. It's always awesome to see. Might as well do it here in the tournament, as far as in... it is going to be Dragon Kid's first loss after coming back, which is kind of weird because it's kind of very quick after he won one match and now he's going to lose here. But Shuji Kondo, he's fucking big, he's physical, he's got a mean streak about him. And we're seeing it in this match because he's going to then unmask Dragon Kid. Now, the young boys would throw the towels on him, and yeah, thankfully his face not going to be revealed. So, and of course it was, after the match, so it wasn't like a sanctioned, Lucha Deus Puestas, it's not a wager match or anything like that. So, it's done a good bit in, at times where you do something like that to kind of add heat to a character. And again, we're really pumping up Aigan Lisu. They're kind of the same way in a way we did with Blood Generation, where it's like, sometimes you just gotta let the guys really show off a mean streak, and I think that's the easiest way of having guys become more credible, is doing shit like this, where it's, they're hitting guys with chairs, they're unmasking people, they're causing fucking chaos and mischief, and I think it's working, for them at least. We'll see. We'll see, though, how it keeps going. Now for the rest of the card. Shogo Takagi and Kota Ibushi, that will follow that match. Kota Ibushi's gonna beat Shogo Takagi because Ibushi's the fucking man. And he gets some revenge after getting it in the head with a chair over Aigan Lisu. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. Then we'll do Shima and Red, which Shima's gonna win. Good match, though. A very fun match. Then Yoshihino and Zero, which is also Steel the Show matchup. Maybe we should have it main event, though. Because this match is going to be awesome. Yeah, we're going to have it main. Yoshihino's going to beat the former, Hiroshima and former Hero. Now, of course, Zero. Very fun match, though. And I think it's going to be a banger. And this is going to be a good little counterpoint and a good co-main. Because Doi's going to beat Milano. It's going to go 12 minutes. So it's not going to go... do a Saved by the Bell type of thing like we saw earlier. We might actually have that be for Yoshihino and Zero. Have that go 13. Yeah, that way it kind of progressively goes a little longer throughout it. So we're not going to get penalized. Oh, we are going to be penalized. Yeah, it is too high. Because we had the angles. It's only going 4 minutes. Let's change this to 1:30 at least. Yeah, I think we're going to do a recap, kind of put it somewhere around here in the TV section of, as far as like a little pulling of the recap of the, as we'll go, just call it Hokuto and Kinsuke situation. Just recapping what happened with Kinsuke costing Hokuto her match and being the surprise. We're having 2 surprises on that goddamn show with that, as far as in-ring video. Yeah. It would technically be storyline development, but we'll just have it be serious. Like, actually, yeah, we'll just keep it as serious. Technically, it probably should be a pre-tape. Probably, yeah. We'll just have it be like a minute or 2. There we go. And so, yeah, that'll work. We'll have that follow the comedy match. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go. 93 minutes, though, is kind of long. So we might cut down some of the time. At the same time, though, a lot of these matches should get time. Actually, let's cut that. We'll at least have that be 1 minute less. 92 minutes, that's a little easier for us. Let's actually cut one more off of this. Make it 5 minutes there. Yeah, Kudo and Saito can go 7. Alright. There we go. Right at an even 90. That'll work for us. Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, 93 though. Percent still is going to be good to go there. Day 3 should be pretty successful, all things considered. I do want to see, as far as the main event, I want to make sure it's not Shima. No, it's not. Okay, perfect. Yeah, obviously they're going to agent that. So yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let's run the show. We are in the Asahi Gymnasium in Hokuto for this show, as we see the broadcast of course, from, I guess it could technically be from the arena. I didn't think about it like that, where they have, before the event, or they're at the commentating table, talking about the card and whatnot, but I feel like it's easier to do it from the studio. That way you get the graphic, but then again, though, you can just do that at the show. So I guess that would kind of go either way for how we want to do this. But you're talking about, of course, the change of how the tournament standings and the placement of the bracket. Which I mean, you obviously would not want to do that ideally, because it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, I think it's a fun way of going about it, to where, hey, these guys have some problems, they're not facing off against each other, fuck it, let's change it and have them face each other. Because, I mean, you could do it. It's not like it's, like, not allowed or anything. So I think it works out. But, yeah, and both Ichikawa and Machizuki were pretty good here. So that worked out. So, opening matchup, Saito with a 70. That's crazy. I figured he'd be doing really good. Didn't think it'd be that good. I guess it went the German suplex, and he, of course, goes on to the quarterfinals. And Jack Evans beats Shingo Takagi. Shingo with a fucking 28. Insane. Jack Evans, though, went with the corkscrew moonsault with his 62. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 40 here for Jinkei Origuchi and Taichi again. We keep forgetting the change away from the missile drop kick. An upset nonetheless. I thought about him doing a schoolboy roll-up to counteract the backslide. I feel like that'd be kind of a fun finish, to where, like, Jinkei Origuchi tries to backslide him, Taichi rolls through it, then hits a schoolboy right into out of that. Yeah, I guess you could call it a counter, or roll through into the schoolboy roll up, and he grabs a handful of tights. We probably should have done that as a finish. It actually used a handful of tights, and not that being a clean finish, because that would have made a lot more sense. And there's the video package, which did not go over well. Dragon Kid, though, and Shuji Kondo. Wow, Dragon Kid's already back in the great spot he was. I figured he would be a lot more rusty. It's been one match, and he's back. Kind of crazy, but got the crowd hotter. King Kong Lariat from Kondo onto Dragon Kid, and the angle. Very fun, though, to rip the mask and take it off, and, Dragon Kid still, has the mask in his hands. He's walking up the ramp, and just a good, or not up the ramp, into the back area, but, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there. It's just simple shit. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to stuff like that. Kota Ibushi, though, beats Shogo Takagi here with a Golden Star Bomb. Another good performance. So far, pretty much everybody who's won has outperformed their opponent besides Taichi. And here's Shima beating the Amazing Red with Schween. Very fun match. A 71 and a 60 for both guys with Shima and the Amazing Red. Yeah, the match fucking ruled, as it would. That would have been very fun to see, especially in 2005. Ricky Doi, though, gets the win with the Bakatori sliding kick. Kind of crazy that Doi was outperformed by the Amazing Red and by Jack Evans. But hey, it is what it is. In our main event, Masato Yoshino beating Zero, which Zero was really off his game, so that sucks. Big main event, and he kind of shits the bed. The Yoshihino gets the win with the Lightning Spiral, and he goes on to the quarterfinals as well. I'm surprised it didn't gain any popularity, to be honest. I know Shima in the Amazing Red match should have probably been the main instead, but I believed in Zero, and I guess I shouldn't have. Again, we're getting some funds off of that. We're basically whatever we're getting off of the broadcast revenue for the show is what we're pocketing. But yeah, I mean, day 3, it was a unique experience with a little bit of, you had some bad blood there. Aiga and Lisu are really running roughshod. And now, as far as for our next day, it's going to be the quarterfinal matches. Yoshihino and Taichi, Shima and Shuji Kondo, very fun match there. Jack Evans and Ryo Saito and the Naruki Doi taking on Kota Ibushi in a rematch from the Open the Brave Gate tournament. As let's just kind of turn back the clock and take a look and see how that match went. Because I believe Doi, I believe, if memory serves me correct, actually we can just look here. I want to say, yeah, because he beat Shingo, or he lost to Shingo and Taichi, so he did beat Kota Ibushi. So maybe Ibushi can get it done here and get the job done. That'd be a huge win. Still got a lot of people unhappy. That's probably why Shingo hasn't done as well as he's probably should. The Dragon Kid's now got morale issues. It's a shit show over here. But we'll steer the ship, hopefully in the right way. I want to make sure, too, day 4, yeah, everybody's good to go. Alrighty, so on to, day 4 we go. Alrighty, so the backstage incidents here for day 4 is there's a backstage rumor mill going around that as far as it's been in overdrive with Akira Tozawa and Michael Iwasa apparently getting into a huge argument. Oh my god, Machizuki's travel buddies with Joel Maximo. Machizuki's going to join the SATs, confirmed. As far as Kinsuke running, of course, the pre-show safety training drills, and Yoshino coming up with an idea for a gimmick, or for an angle. Man, he's, throwing so many creative ideas at us, and then Naruki Doi brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings, some of his colleagues. So, for this day, of course, we have the rest of, as far as we'll have the quarterfinals here. Shima, Shuji Kondo, Jack Evans, and Ryo Saito, Masato Yoshino, and Taichi, and then Naruki Doi and Kota Ibushi, which that will be the main event, I think. I think that's going to be... Well, I mean, really, I think Yoshihino and Taichi is going to be the best match. So that will probably be the co-main, but this will be the main. The reason why, it's going 15 minutes. It will be a draw. Now, usually, when it comes to, like, single elimination tournament, I usually try to stray away from draws because it obviously gives, somebody an insane advantage. However, this, we've had a lot of close calls coming up to 15 minutes. We've had guys finish matches in 14 minutes, 13 matches. Why not have it go 15? Protects both guys, and then we can have a rematch on the final show. So that's what we're going to do with Naruki Doi and Kota Ibushi. So that will be 15 minutes. Naruki Doi, though, won. Wow, he is extremely unhappy about this, though. As far as for the finish, he felt like he probably should have won. So that will now mean whoever wins between Jack Evans and Saito is going on in the finals. They're skipping right through the semifinals, and it is going to be Saito. So Saito's going to win, and obviously he's going to find out later on in the night that, wow, he's just made it to the finals, just like that. Now for Shima and Shuji Kondo, I think that'll be the first of the 4, which we're going to set this for Steal the Show. As Shima is going to beat Shuji Kondo in 11 minutes. I like this match, though, because it's 2 of, like, the leaders of the heel factions that we have. They've never had a singles match either. I think it's a lot of fun to see. Oh, yeah, he's the agent. God damn it. Yeah, let it be Kinsuke. Here we go. So we have then Yoshihino and Taichi, of course, which Yoshihino's going to beat Taichi. So now we know it's going to be a Blood Generation semi-final, and the winner takes on Saito at our final show. But as far as, just want to make sure the staff's good to go. Perfect. We probably could have that steal the show as well. Probably wouldn't have been the worst idea. I got a good feeling about that Jack Evans Saito match, though. I think it's going to do better than the Shima Kondo match. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, 8 minutes is kind of quick, but also it's the lightning spiral, so I feel like we can get away with that and have him kind of hit it out of nowhere. Now, there is going to be a TV skip, and what this is going to be is kind of shot like a parody of kind of the 60s era TV shows with the household with Hokuto and Kensuke, the Hokuto Sasuke family dynamic here. Obviously we just saw Kensuke cost Hokuto a match in this tournament, and now it's as far as to play that out with Kensuke kind of doing, the honey, I'm home, as walking into the house as it's, black and whites. You got the kind of shitty laugh track of that era. And it's, she's not shown right when he gets in there. And, Masa comes in because we have Mishima. He's not working tonight. Let's also have Johnson Florida involved in this because I want him. He's going to start, obviously, with the mask gimmick. And in being set in the 60s era of Japan, it'd be very funny if he did not talk and he just kind of shook his head because it would be a great way to animate what he's doing. So he will be set as the comic relief as well. So he's kind of like the two sons of Kensuke and Hokuto. Once we finally get to Hokuto, she's in the kitchen. Not that she belongs there or anything, but what's going to happen, though, is that she's going to turn, and it's going to go from, black and white to color, and she's pissed. She's pissed. Throws a fucking, throws something at him, yells at him, and Kensuke's just like, oh, God. Then it cuts to Johnson Florida, who's just shaking his head like, nah, you fucked up. Because obviously she's super pissed about what happened. I mean, she had a chance to go on and win this goddamn tournament off of just a sheer coup of being the surprise kind of replacement for Don Fuji. And yeah, Kensuke is feeling the wrath of Akira Hokuto here. Very, very shtick heavy, very poking fun of that era of television. Fucking the I Love Lucy era kind of shows of the time. And, which is, I mean, I should have probably done some research to see if, Japan had shows like that during this time. That way, at least, it would have made sense for them and that audience, because I'm kind of just thinking of the American audience doing that, which is not a great idea, really, in theory, doing that. But, yeah, that's fine. It should be fine. I don't know why that was weird. We're talking about matches that are pre-booked with it. But yeah, we're putting that in between the tournament matches and the non-tournament matches, which we're going to start off with the Briscoe brothers versus Horiguchi and Tanasaki. We're going to have this be the comedy match because unfortunately we have to have one. So, yeah, the comedy should have been the angle and not, well, yeah, fuck it. We're having the angle be the comedy thing for the night. Fuck them. And then the Collection of Perfection versus the SATs as well, which the Basing Red's going to get the win over Kudo. This is a great win for the SATs. And getting that win, massive win in the trios. They had a match, I believe, at the Triangle Gate. I believe it was this version of that team. Oh, no, it wasn't. Never mind. Must have been Milano, Yujiro. Yeah. And in Tai Chi. Yep, it was. Oh, 0 in Tai Chi. So yeah, a little win back for them because that was on day 1. So that's kind of the big thing. And really pushing the SATs. Because they are very good. Obviously, one of the best trio groups in the States around this time. But even now, here in Japan, I think they're perfect for what we're trying to do. We are at 78 minutes, though, so I do need to cut something down at least. Honestly, probably this match. We'll cut it down to about 7 minutes. There we go. 75, right on the dot. How we're doing here. Yeah, Ibushi being used too much, which is kind of crazy. He's obviously one of the next guys up. And that's why we're doing that draw, to help put him over in that way. That, wow, he's on this level with Naruki Doi. He just, they need more than 15 to get the job done. But yeah, I think we're good to go with the show. Yeah, Springboard Doomsday Device from Jay Briscoe onto Naoki Tanasaki. It's so crazy. Mark and Jay have been awful It hurts my fucking soul. We're trying to at least give them one more kind of direction with him joining Aigan Lisu. If it doesn't turn around, probably by the summer of 2006, we might have to let him go, which breaks my fucking heart, because at this rate, they shouldn't have won that match. I mean, obviously, Jinkei Horiguchi's the man for us, but Naruki Tanasaki even outperformed him, and he's been pretty much the job guy of Do Fixer, so not great. But it got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd hotter. Then we have the SAT Collection Perfection match. Great stuff here, as well as Amazing Red with the Red Star Press. Amazing Red, best guy in the match. Joel Maximo was the second best guy, so even the SATs are really clicking. And they're doing really well here. Yeah, Kudo, worst guy in the match. Makes sense for him to, as far as eat the pin. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, but, Mochizuki's on commentary. We forgot to take him off commentary for those matches. Whoops. And there's the angle, which did not go over well. Shima was the agent, that's why. Probably should have checked that to make sure we make that the best that we can. Now for the actual matches, as we see Shima beat Shuji Kondo with the Schwing. So, of course, he's going to the next round, the semifinals. Clearly, it was better than Shuji Kondo all the way around. Saito beating Jack Evans. Very good match, though. Jack almost outperformed him. Crazy. Dragon suplex hold from Saito over Jack Evans. And, yeah, gets it done in 10:30. So, another match that goes over 10 minutes. Then the 8-minute matchup. Masato Yoshino and Tai Chi. Another 65 on the show, with Yoshino doing really well there. And then our main event, 54. Yeah, we probably should have had that maybe open out of the 4. But I felt like the time limit draw was going to be an unexpected finish out of nowhere. It was close to on the performance-wise of things, and that's exactly what we wanted. Doi was off his game, so I think he was just a little pissed off about having to do that. Actually, a really good show. All the matches were above a 50, which is pretty rare for us, because usually we have to do something, comedically that brings it down. But we're using the angle for that instead. Kind of cheating a little bit, but fuck it. We only made 15 grand. Almost 16 grand, actually, on the show. I don't think we gained any pop. Yeah, no, we didn't, which is fine. But yeah, now the semifinal show. That's going to really shake things up. I think we're not going to have Mochizuki now on commentary for that, because he isn't going to be on that show, actually. We're going to see him in action on the semifinal show, the last kind of road to day of the tournament, as I think it's next, it's 5 days away. I was thinking it was next week, but no, that will be 5 days from now. So yeah, on to the semifinal day. Well, somehow, Naruki Tanazaki's was stranded at the airport, so he's not going to be on this show. Luckily, I don't think he's working. If he is, we can easily change that around for somebody else to do Fixer. I'm assuming it's a multi-man match if he's booked. But kudos, Buffalo Wrestlers Court accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up. Knowing everyone else, Kensuke found him guilty incidents to clean it up. And then buy drinks after the show. And of course, he ran the pre-show safety and training drills. And then we got the a little video game tournament as Ryo Saito organized and won a video game tournament. Oh man, Dragon Kid having a small backstage clash with the morale officer, Akira Hokuto. That is, I don't know why you're trying to fight her there, Dragon Kid. There is a Do Fixer match against Aigan Lisu, which I believe, though, yes, it is Saito, Dragon Kid, and Taiji Shimori, which Dragon Kid's going to beat Mark Briscoe. It's a fun little match, though. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as good as I would have hoped it would have been. So this is a tag match now. We had the trios match, but now we're going to see the tag match, and it's going to be Taichi Milano against the SATs of Joel and Jose Maxwell, which Jose is going to lose to Milano here. That's going 7 minutes. We probably could have had that go a little longer, but it is what it is. Oh, I didn't realize this didn't get added. That was weird. That's probably going to go higher on the card. So, Akira Hokuto wanted a handicap match with, it was supposed to be Iwasa and Johnson, Florida. Let me see if I can still do that. Actually, we could use Iwasa and Mishima That probably would make more sense to do, actually, obviously. Iwasa. And as you see, it's the returning Katsuhiko Nakajima because, oh, as we'll have Mishima take the loss. Since he wasn't involved in the angle, because I wanted it to just kind of let that be spotlighted with kind of Johnson, Florida, instead of him and Iwasa. But basically, after, a little skit, it became, announced that day 5, we're going to have Hokuto 2-on-1. And, yeah, we were going to use Johnson, Florida, but again, no need. As, let's non-speaking role. And Michael Iwasa. Perfect. I'm going to get Johnson, Florida out of there. But as she's in the ring wearing Korakuen, so it's obviously very, the crowd on top of kind of everybody. It's a very, as far as, I guess you could say an intimate setting with how close everything is. It's not like a giant ramp or anything. And as she's about to, go through the introductions and whatnot of the match, fucking Saki Chikawa's music hits. And Hokuto is fucking pissed. Right when he's got his little entrance, and as far as immediately, though, Akira Hokuto fucking Northern Lights bombs him, dumps him on his goddamn head. But, following that, as he's dead on the mat, Katsuhiko Nakajima, big surprise, is back after a year, and he is ready to team up with his mom. The boy's home is old Katsuhiko Nakajima, and him and Hokuto gonna win there. Basically, we're gonna see Nakajima's gonna be back with a singles match on the final show. It's gonna be him and Tozawa, just because obviously Nakajima being gone for a year, like he didn't face Tozawa or BB Hawk, since those guys are obviously new and debuted this year. So it'd be a great way to kind of end out the year with him being back, facing on a fresh face for him. But he's also going to play a huge part in the the Fan Appreciation Day show. We're doing the rematch with Hokuto and Kensuke, but going to be a different wrinkle though this time around. Katsuhiko Nakajima is going to be the referee for that match. And basically what's going to happen with that, because we're not going to show this, so I'm going to talk about kind of, it's not a crazy finish or anything. It's a dusty DQ is what it's basically going to be, where Nakajima is going to miss Kensuke doing some dirty tactics onto Akira Hokuto. Or actually, no, not even Akira Hokuto, rather, excuse me. Hokuto is going to hit Kensuke with a chair. He's going to hit her in the... she is going to hit him in the back, though. Hit him in the back, and he turns around, and it's kind of like, oh, shit. And basically, with what's going on, you're going to see it on the final show. There's going to be an ultimatum that Akira Hokuto is going to set forth for Kensuke. She's been disgusted with this behavior. It's been a year, and he's still not changing his ways. So finally, she's like, listen, either you go and change back to the man I married, or I'm gone. I'm out of here. And Kensuke's just like, oh, no, just pleading and not, obviously torn about this new fun that he's had, this new persona and acting. And in a way, he's like, how about we, settle it in the ring. We don't need to come to, we don't need to come to that. Let's have it, and we'll talk about this. We'll have a match. Maybe rematch from obviously last year. Maybe this time you can get the win. This time, as far as so Kensuke's trying to imply hey, this time you're gonna win. Which actually, funny enough, she did win last year. Just to kind of remind everyone, because she did beat him. It was a little lovely little holiday. So he's saying again, hey, you're gonna win like you did last time. kind of implying maybe he threw the match. So it's even kind of demeaning to Hokuto, who sees it as a crock of shit and will kind of pie face him to end out the segment. Yeah, we're going to see that on the next show, but figured we needed to kind of bring that all together as one big kind of angle that's been going on now. So yeah, there's that. We covered that. So Kota Ibushi and Naoki Tanasaki. So yeah, we do in fact have Tanasaki having to be replaced by somebody. And I don't even think we have... I guess we can use Horiguchi, but I thought he was booked tonight. Oh, he's not. Perfect. All right. That'll work. Yeah, because Hayata Jr., Fujita, Naruki Doi is going to be Kota Ibushi and Naoki Tanasaki, but now it has to be Genkei Horiguchi, which I guess we could. As far as have Machizuki then team with Hayata Jr. Fujita to make it a little bit more even. Since that was also the Do Fixer in M2K, that was the finals of the tournament, and as far as, or not the finals of the tournament, that was the title match that happened on that day. So it'd be a great way to kind of bring that back full circle, actually. So we'll change that. Give this a lot more time, obviously, because now this is the main event. Or actually, this is now the co-main. So obviously, the main is going to be the semifinal match. As, yes, we will have Machizuki beat Genkei Horiguchi. Keep him strong. Good shit. Alrighty. So, yeah, now we're kind of all over the place here. And make sure that's added. Did this ever get added? Oh, he's the fucking agent, is Hokuto. Or she's the agent, rather, is Hokuto. Yeah, let that be Kinsuke. Yeah, obviously comedy match, not really their strong suit. Oh, we already have that added. Alright. Never mind. So that'll work. Yeah, we'll put that here. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, everything's going to flow together pretty nicely, I think, for this show. We'll have the main event now. Yoshihito and Shima, which it will be. The Open the Brave Gate champion, Masato Yoshihito. He beat Shima in a matchup that's the first time meeting as well. So we're seeing a lot of first time meetings here in the save, at least. I don't know if... I'm trying to think if Yoshihito and Shima had a singles match in Torimon. They might have during a tournament, but I don't think so. Don't think like for a title or anything. Oh, but anywho, that is the main, and of course, 15-minute time limit, so it's going before that. Then we'll add Hiro and Kudo against Kagator and Shingo, which Kudo's going to beat Shingo, which again just hurts my goddamn soul how bad Shingo's been doing. I'll actually let Kagator lose, because I'm just feeling bad for Shingo at this rate. That's going to be 8 minutes. That's going to follow... Actually, I think we'll have that open the show. So we'll go normal match, normal tag, right? Then what was supposed to be a handicap match turned into as the Florida Brothers. There we go. Yeah, just everything's kind of working out exactly how we wanted to come together here, I think. And yeah, let's see, absent workers. Yeah, just stranded. Naoki Tanasaki, even though we're here in Japan, it's not just fuck it, just fuck it. So. Yeah, I think we're good to go on time. Oh, actually, we do need to change more of the angle. We'll do a post-show thing. Or not a post-show thing, post-match thing with post-match promo. Kind of like a go-home promo for Yoshihito and Shima. Having Yoshihito, do the old handshake, putting over the guy that he's obviously... been primed to bring in the Blood Generation, and he's been great in that. And we're going to see, obviously, talking about how if he could beat Shima, Saito does not stand a fucking chance in that main event. So a very fun little promo for Yoshihito and Shima to kind of hype up that main for the next show. Is yes. Yeah, I guess an interview, because, it's a promo, but you get the gist. Yeah, post-match promo for Yoshihito and Shima. There we go. So, yeah, we're good now. We'll cut down a little bit on time here. We'll make that 6 minutes that way. we try to go back to 70 minutes, because I like that. 3 minutes now instead. Yeah, Hokuto's pissed. She is fired up, and we're seeing that fire in her performances in the matches now for this tour. So now that we've got this show booked up, let's run down the card for the Legendary Gate. Open the Legendary Gate. Of course, the tournament finals for the King of Gate. Masato Yoshino, Ryo Saito. Winner takes on Mochizuki to kick off the year 2006. We're going to see Nurikidori and Kota Ibushi in a rematch to see who is the better man. But not only is it going to be a singles match, no, it is a 2 out of 3 fall. So we're really going to see who's the better man in that matchup. So yeah, we'll just put 2 out of 3 falls match. So that's fun to see that for Doi and Ibushi. Then the SAT Blood Generation matchup. This will be a trios match. It's going to be Shima, Kagetora, and Shingo taking on, of course, the SATs of Red in the Maximos. Tai Chi Open Challenge. This is the prize Open Challenge is what it's going to be called, but just because, if I would have said the prize Open Challenge, people would have been like, well, what the fuck is that? So that's why we typed it like that here. The prize. So wants to prove that he is in fact the prize and to give the fans a treat, a Christmas present to end out the year and to end out the year with a open challenge, a showcase really of the prize. Then we're gonna see Hokuto teaming up with Do-Fixer, Horiguchi and Taiji Shimori. They're taking on the Florida Express, which will be Kensuke and the Florida Brothers. Then Gen Next is gonna take on Hiro and Kudo, which is a fun little tag match there. Then we have Dragon Kid and Naoki Tanasaki against Shuji Kondo and Shogo Takagi. Obviously with Kondo and Dragon Kid, the taking of the mask, and we're going to have Kondo wear the mask during the entrance to really even poke at Dragon Kid some more, as he still had a hold of that mask. Obviously didn't relinquish it or anything. So Katsuhiko Nakajima and Tozawa, of course we talked about already why this is taking place for Nakajima's first match back in a year, taking on Tozawa, a new face. And it's a fun way to open up the show. 2 young stars. It's still crazy. Nakajima's still 17 years old, I think. I don't think he's even turned 18 yet. Yeah, still 17. Crazy. Unreal. Unfucking real. So yeah, we're good to go here. Let's run it. 50 for the opening match. Zero and Kudo beating Kagetora and Shingo. Kudo with the diving double knee drop. Good little opener. We did sell out Korakuen, but that's fine. It's 2,000 people. I knew we weren't going to sell it out, but still I wanted it to be here in Korakuen. Boy, that angle was awful. Awful. Absolutely awful. The Stalker cow was terrible. But at least having a comic gimmick, it was suited to being the comic relief. Then the match is also bad. So Sheen was the agent. That wasn't great. Nakajima, of course, being a straight shooter, not really fitted for these comedy matches, and the same thing for Hokuto. But she comes in after planting, of course, Stalker Chikawa with that dangerous bomb, or the Northern Lights bomb, rather. She does have her own, of course, Queen's dangerous bomb, but have her get the one with the Northern Lights bomb, beating Mishima. I thought about having her do it on the chair, but I feel like that'd be a little too much. That'd be a little overkill. But an awesome spot for her to really show off that she's still an ass kicker. She's, 20 years in the business at this time, 2005. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, because she still looks great. Collection of Perfection, Milano and Taichi beating the SAT team, as Milano getting the submission victory with the AT lock. They outperformed him. Did Taichi and Milano. Good shit, though. Good shit. There with a 50-58 for Do-Fixer. And I got Lisu. Dragon Kid with the Dragon Rana over Mark Briscoe. We see Dragon Kid at least gets a nice victory here, and also Saito's getting work. Obviously, he's going to be in the finals in the main event of our next show, so him getting booked too at least covers that it's not like he's going to have an unfair advantage. He's still working tonight. And the 65 here for M2K and Do Fixer. As a hell of a match, though, obviously. Machizuki and Urikidoi beating the Do Fixer team with after Machizuki hits a twister on Junki Horiguchi. Yeah, deserved better color commentator. Our only color commentator we've ever had was in this fucking match. He was awful as a commentator, so we were fucked either way there. But yeah, the crowd is very hot for this. And we have a banger main event, too, off of that. As Masato Yoshihino gets the win with the Soul Nascente. Great stuff here. Getting a submission victory as well from Shima. Taps out the leader, the man that, I mean, almost, I would say, plucked one of the most, maybe formidable talents that he could have gotten after the fall of the Italian Revolution. Or of the Italian Revolution. Of the Italian Connection. But, man, oh man, the Italian Revolution was that November show we did last year. So I was thinking of that. Now the promo did not go well. And she was the agent too of it, so that probably wasn't great either. But again, we got to get him rocking and rolling. Hey, we increase our popularity in the region. Hopefully, it of course will be in Kansai, but it's probably going to be in Kanto, if I had to guess, since that's where we ran the show. 22,000 on the profit. Good shit. Oh, no. It was Shigoku, and it didn't even change it, so what a fucking waste. What fucking Andre and Hogan. As far as, I'm assuming that's for the Saturday night's main event rematch. Assuming that's what this would be. Because they added the DiBiase back there. As, as far as now, the final show, it is upon us. We will, of course, get there. Oh, Daisy Hayes got pregnant. There we go. Shout out Daisy Hayes. Oh, Kenny King, raring to go. It's wild. He's got nothing going on. Yeah, he's a tough enough guy. Just wild to think. But yeah, we're good to go here. So a week away is the Legendary Gate. Open the Legendary Gate. We end out the year 2005 with hopefully an absolute banger of a main event with Saito and Masato Yoshihino, which, as far as singles-wise, I'm trying to think. I don't think they've had a match here. Because, yeah, I mean, singles-wise, we don't really obviously have a lot of moments where we're seeing singles matches often. Let's take a look here. Maybe, because he's too old to have the Open the Brave Gate title match or anything. Yeah, this will be a first-time meeting. Singles-wise in the save, so that's going to be nice to do a fresh match, a fresh main event. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out. It is weird, though. This is the one event we've ever done, the big kind of events, where there's not a title on the line on any matches tonight, which is kind of crazy. Usually I would say that's a mistake, but with the tournament finals, I think we can get away with it, though at least there's something that's big tonight. But even then, it's not really necessary in a lot of ways, because we just have so much kind of this jam-packed story-wise. You know, we've had Dragon Kid looking to get his revenge over Shuichi Kondo, and we got what's going on with Kinsuke and Hokuto. We got a lot of undercard stuff that's got stories involved with it. So it's a different type of show than what we're used to doing. But I think it's going to come along nicely. We'll see just how well it goes. Alrighty, so we opened up the show with not a great matchup here between Nakajima and Tozawa. My goodness. As, obviously Nakajima's going to be rusty. I figured that so, but fucking 20, though, I did not see coming. I guess I should have known. Because you got to think of it like this. So let's say he's a 50. If he's being rusty, which he's been gone for a year, just cut that in half. And even then, 20 is still a little lower than that, but that's fine. I think that's fair. Not a great way to start off the show. Not a great way. But I think we can get it back on track. So the next match, though, is Aigon Lisu and Do Fixer, which Shogo is going to beat Naoki Tanasaki with the Jumbo Jet. So a win for Aigon Lisu. Close match, though. It was a point difference. Came down to Dragon Kid and Shuji Kondo being a point ahead. Since, Shogo was 1 point better than Naoki Tanasaki. But yeah, still a disinterested crowd, unfortunately. But the next match, though, is a crowd matchup that is going to get them back into it. And it's Roddy and Jack of Gen X versus Hero and Kudo. Very fun match. Roddy gets one Death by Roderick, too, so that's a great win for him. Obviously, a very fun team. Again, Jack Evans is one of the best guys that we have, which is just so funny. Because, like, he's fucking Jack Evans. Jack Evans from the Heavens. He's killing it out here. And, yeah, he's great. He outperformed Hiroshima. Just wild. 61 for the SAT Blood Generation matchup. Here we go. Now, this is the Steal the Show matchup. We got it back on track. Amazing Red was fantastic in this match with the 59, but still, you know, Shima's the man. Now, he does beat Shingo Takagi here, this Amazing Red, with the Red Star Press. So now he beat Kagatora in that singles match during the tournament, of course, the first round. He's now beat Shingo. He's building the resume of taking out Blood Generation. I think it's catching on to Shima's like, oh man, this guy's got something. You know, of course, they had the match, and he came up short, but I think he kind of felt in the match like, man, this kid is pretty good. And he's going to be someone to watch out for in 2006. Kind of the subtlety of that story, which we're going to tell throughout the year. So, we have the prize open challenge for Tai Chi. Basically, what I said with it being, you know, it's a, you know, oh my god, I did it again. It's a Christmas present. This the prize open challenge with Tai Chi. Letting everybody know, hey, this is the last time you're going to see me before the new year. Let's end it with a bang, right? With him showing off his skill, showing off what has made him the prize of Dragon Gate this year. Says anybody could come out here and face him and he'll beat him easily without breaking a sweat. Well, out comes the Dream Gate champion, and he's got the belt with him. He's gonna put this fucking shit on the line. So yeah, we have a title match. And it goes about 7 minutes, because Machizuki kicks the shit out of him. But a fun match nonetheless, to have Machizuki kind of let Tai Chi, who's damn near shit his pants, not expecting to see somebody like Machizuki get in here. It caught him off guard, gets caught with a twister too, and gets the win. But also, you know, Tai Chi did make it into the quarterfinals, so it's not like he's a guy that's not out of the realm of possibility of having a title matchup, but obviously Machizuki with an 83 though is insane. That is very telling of him being the best that we have on the roster by far, and he even got the crowd even hotter for the rest of the card. So perfect in every sense. And here is the comedy match though to bring it back down. So the Florida Express do in fact win after Hikiro Hokuto gets DQ'd because she full on punts Kinsuke, her husband, right in the fucking balls. And the ref's immediately like, alright, we gotta fucking ring the goddamn bell. You can't be doing that. So obviously, the Florida brothers hit the ring afterwards and, you know, are trying to consult their father here. Their, or maybe not even their forsaken father, but in a way you can call it that. But for them, you know, Kinsuke's down. And, boy, he's in a lot of pain, obviously. We want him to really act like he just got fucking shotgun to the dick, you know, as far as from that regard. And Hokuto hits the mic, though, and then she does exactly that, this ultimatum. And the ultimatum is this, you know, as far as leave the Florida Express, or she leaves. Doesn't lay for an answer, because obviously Kinsuke is in no, you know, as far as in no state of having any type of talking being done, as he's just been, his little Kinskes have been scrambled, unfortunately for him. But it's out there. She's thrown it out there, though. 3 minutes probably went a little too long for what I wanted that to be, but because it's pretty straightforward. Well, I guess we can have, you know, Hokuto really talk about how she's, you know, this is not the man she's married. This, you know, the blonde hair, the fucking, the hip thrusting, the fucking bullshit. She's tired of it. She's gonna leave him if he doesn't change his ways. The 2 out of 3 falls matchup, which again, fucking 55s both ways. I'm glad Ibushi's getting a showcase of this. Now, what we're gonna see for the first time, though, I will say this. Kota Ibushi wins the first fall just because he does the Kamigori for the first time. I really want to do that. That's why the creative finish was used, is because of that. He uses the Kamigori. Now, for the final pinfall, he goes for that Kamigori, but this time he doesn't try to use, like, grabbing the guy's arms and bringing it to his knees. He's trying to just do a running knee. I guess you can call it a running Kamigori, but he misses, obviously, which will lead to the Bakatori sliding kick after he missed and eats shit on it. So that way, it's put over that it's a new move. He's trying shit. He goes for the big swing of something, but he strikes out. I like that idea of a finish. It keeps him, again, credible of a guy that is still on the rise. If he can get it together, watch out type of thing, and a type of performance for him. But the way does get the win at a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. And Masato Yoshino is, in fact, your winner of King of Gate 2005, the fucking Open the Brave Gate champion, will take on the Open the Dream Gate champion to open up the year 2006. What a fucking match that will be. Yoshihino did get outperformed, though, we'll say that, which is kind of crazy. I mean, Saito's the man, so that's a hell of a match, though. Hell of a main event. Again, crazy that they're shitting on Ibushi being used too much, because he's ready. That man is ready. Machizuki's match was a lot of fun to put him out there and get him involved. Get him a title matchup on the show, even though it's obviously an impromptu title match with no build or anything. A bit of a surprise. It is a present, after all. So I like that idea of something different. And, yeah, I mean, all around. You know, we got some building with the Kinsuke situation, the Florida Express. Doi and Kota Ibushi, we have that resolvement of who was the better man. And, you know, again, Shuji Kondo, and, you know, unfortunately for Dragon Kid, he's, you know, him and Shogo, the Aigon Lisu team, do in fact win in that matchup as well. And again, Amazing Red, kind of the showcasing of his talent and skill. That this fucking guy Jin, this man is flipping and flying around. He's someone to watch out for. And same thing for Jack Evans, too. So there's a little bit of a story for every match. And, you know, Nakajima being back after a year kind of filled that matchup. So everything had a purpose. So that's always, that's the goal. That's what everyone should probably be striving for. As far as putting guys over, man, I mean, it's hard not to put over Jack Evans. Come here, you son of a bitch. Actually, we put him over two shows ago, so yeah, we'll go with Amazing Red. I mean, Machizuki, we kind of have to put him over. Brother had an 83 performance. Pretty insane. And Yoshihino, big hug, man. I mean, he's gonna be potentially, when you think about it, he might be the first Triple Crown guy. When you really think of it in that kind of setting. And yeah, we made 36,000. So great shit there. Hopefully, popularity-wise, oh yeah, 58. I believe is, trying to think, if it's 58 or 59 that we need to get the medium. I think it's 59. Fucking Volter. No, Big Vein Volter. Damn, that's crazy. It's like, his stats are not great. Obviously, I think that's pretty fair, though, I think, for where he was at the time. He was still super young. Oh boy, what a new year kind of pew as the purple. I like that a lot, actually. But yeah, as far as the Fan Appreciation Day, basically the match, again, we kind of talked about it, the dusty finish involved here. As we see what's going to happen. The reason it's a dusty finish, it's not because Nakajima changes the finish. It's because another referee, which of course will be Yagi, but we don't know. Obviously, he's Johnson, Florida, but it's Yagi, and he's like, hey, man, you know, she didn't beat him. You know, it was a DQ finish. She lost. So, in that, I think is a great, again, when we build up to that, the ultimate reveal will be, of course, holy shit, it's been Yagi all along. That's been Johnson, Florida. But yeah, that will kind of put a bow on that story, at least maybe not for now. Because obviously this part, the Fan Appreciation Day, we're not going to unmask him here. That will probably be on, of course, the show in January. That will probably be, Primal Gate, which I think that's a kind of a fun way of doing that. Well, also to Primal Gate last year, of course, we had the cage match. I don't know if we'll do a cage match this time around. Maybe we'll do Kinsuke and Hokuto in a cage. That way, at least we keep it going. So we could definitely do that. Oh yeah. Here we go. As far as no, I went the wrong way with that. Because yeah, we were at the open gate. We need to go. Oh no, it was 2005. Yeah, it was earlier this year. Doy. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll do. I think that's a good idea. And yeah, Machizuki and Shima in the cage was last year, but now will he make it one full year as champion as well? That will be interesting. So you have a little title match, the cage match, husband and wife in a cage. Yeah, bit of a first, especially in 2005, but or 2006 at the time. But that will do it though. I will say this, thank you all for watching. Now we're gonna get to. I'm gonna be transparent about what's been going on. Not that I haven't been transparent this whole episode, but I'll talk about kind of what's been going on. So obviously, scheduling wise, it has not gotten better. It's still been pretty hectic. The creative for this is still taking a long time. It's not being as quick as I would like it to be. That's why we've been taking a little longer to get the Dragon Gate episodes out. And I think the best thing to do is take a bit of a break, take a hiatus, because I was like, when's the last time I literally didn't upload any TW? 4 months or 2 months or whatever. 2018. It's a long time ago. And ever since then, it's been multiple episodes and multiple series going on at the same time. And I think just mentally, I think I've hit the wall of just being like, brother, you need a break. And I think it's the perfect time to do it now. We take November off, we take December off, then we come back in 2026 to show off Dragon Gate in the year 2006. So it would be 20 years ago. So I kind of like that idea, to kind of keep up with it being 20 years ago. That'd be kind of nice. But also in that time, reflect, get creative things going, while also in the background still work on new series that are still very much in the pipeline, that need still sorting out, like returning to the territories, trying to get that save transferred over to make sure it's right and it's perfect and we don't need to fuck anything up or change anything from one save to the other, obviously from TW20 to TW9. We also, as far as while that is going to be no TW for the next 2 months, it is going to allow still WMA 5 to still be going on, but FM is coming back, of course. Football Manager 26 with the new graphics and whatnot. And obviously I'll be trying that out, and we'll be recording that just to kind of at least kind of harken back to that series of videos, which obviously those weren't what obviously the main focus was. It was kind of just like a hobby thing, and I think that's going to be nice to do for this as well. But the big thing is with kind of the newer series that are going to be done. This series, the idea, it's kind of like a podcast where you could put it on the background, maybe while you're booking TW, maybe while you're just in the car, you got it, playing, to where it's not like you need to be watching what's been going on. With some of the newer series that I got planned, I definitely want to change some of the stuff production-wise of what we do. The big thing is kind of doing more sharpening, editing, make it to where I don't have to record as much, and that's going to be great overall because it's harder now to record, just as far as timing, loudness, just as far as like everything kind of needs to be set a certain way now, and it's been getting harder and harder to get time done for that. But I think having, once we see the new year, I think it's going to change a good bit. I also think with the time spent creatively, it's going to be easier to just creatively put stuff into TW, because it'd be like, it took so long to get this done. Even though it's a straightforward tournament, you still got to make sure angles make sense. You got to make sure, because I don't want to half-ass it, you don't want to just be like, it's an angle. They say whatever, which, is fine if you do that, but I at least want to try and put some effort in there. And also, too, if you're kind of nervous about the hiatus, being like, well, how's he going to do when he comes back? I will say this. When we took the hiatus, we came back to the All Japan Series, the 1987 All Japan Series, the final series of TEW 2016, and I would say that kicked off probably the best run of the channel. From that point onward, as far as from a Japanese pro wrestling perspective of what we've done, it's the best, as far as that save. And then you go into the New Japan save, you go into the sequel of that save, going into from leaving off where we left off in 92 and going into 2000, and trying just different shit along the way as well, and also doing the Noah save. And I still want to, that's another save that we're going to definitely want to do, the third edition. They're making a sequel. It'll be a goddamn saga. Oh no, it'll be a trilogy. It won't be a saga just yet, but to do the trilogy of All Japan, booking post Exodus. I think that's an exciting adventure to do. So that's in the pipeline. I have a different, as far as I want to do something to where production-wise, it's not just TW, right? It's not just like a spreadsheet you're looking at. It's TV formats. It's recreating shit using either WWE games, or maybe there's something else I could use by the time we get there. So that way, you're at least seeing something visually. That's not just me talking. That way, it's something that's unique, at least in that perspective, and it kind of gives me a chance to not have to record my voice as much, too, and that will give me a nice break, too, because I don't know what it is. I don't know, because I'm now in year 3 of taking SSRIs, and maybe because I'm turning 30 next week, and I'm not happy about it. I should be really, as far as blessed and privileged to have lived for 30 years, but it's honestly bumming me out. It's, because I'm just like, man, everyone's getting older, and eventually there's going to be a time when the people I looked up to, the people I relied on for knowledge and guidance and kind of holding up in a higher standard, they're going to not be around anymore. And that sucks. That really sucks to kind of think about. And, that's I'm trying not to think about it too much, but it's hard when it's kind of right in your face. You're starting off a new decade with a new decade of life. Obviously not a new decade overall. It's still be in the 2020s, but it's weird. It's quite weird to think, because again, we started this I'm about to say this series. We started doing TW in 2016. It'll be 10 years next year when we come back. That's pretty crazy. Pretty nuts. And I think it'd be a great time to reflect that. I want to kind of talk about, I don't know if we're going to do like a tier video of this, but kind of ranking the series we've done on the channel. I've had that plan for a while, talk about in depth kind of what I thought of certain saves, what I've done, what could have been, type of thing, and that'll be a lot of fun to do as well. I don't know if we'll start the new year with that. I kind of want to do that, though. That'd be kind of fun, but maybe wait until actually the 10th, kind of year anniversary, the first ever, TW thing we did. But, oh yeah, that's the plan. A whole lot of talking, a whole lot of bullshitting around, but I figured I should be transparent to you guys, because again, talking about 10 years. Some of you guys have been there from the WCW save, from the very beginning. or you jumped on during that All Japan save, or maybe it was the New Japan save, maybe it was the Ring of Honor save, the Saving Ring of Honor save that you joined and became a subscriber and watched along, or maybe even it was this save. You're a new person, and which is no matter where you were on this journey, when you joined the train here, I appreciate every one of you. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. It's been a great way to creatively have a great outlet. It's crazy to think where I was 10 years ago, where I was miserable at a job, and I just needed something to do to, keep me fucking sane and happy. And to think now, 10 years later, that company just shut down in August of this year, and the channel is still going. It's kind of funny how that's worked out, but it's been a blessing. It's definitely been a blessing, as we can kind of at least end it on a happy note here. Sure, no TW for 2 months, but I think in the end, I think it's gonna be the better part of the greater scheme for the channel, to make sure I'm at my best, to make sure you guys get the best, because I'm not trying to half-ass anything now. We're 10 years into the goddamn channel. We want to make sure when we put something out there, it's the best it can possibly be. And, especially now, to think back, again, 10 years ago, it was like, man, I got my whole kind of life ahead of me. It's a fun hobby to do. Maybe it's, something to where I just kind of film stuff like it's a podcast. But now, time's ticking a little bit. It's not like I don't think I'm going to die tomorrow. It's not like, oh boy, we got to hurry up and get shit done. But I want to make sure there's no regrets. And I got to make sure that I try every kind of thing that I've wanted to do stylistically with TW. I wanted to try Fire Pro in TW. I got to do that. But now I think it's still trying to do more stuff with how to change kind of how we do TW. Not like we as like a community, but me. I don't know why. Whenever I talk about we in the channel, it's like I'm talking about you guys and me together. We're on this journey together. So that's kind of why a lot of times I'll throw a we out there. I'm not talking about like the TW community. Talking about us, the subscriber, and head person. I don't know. Now I'm on a tangent. Now I don't know what I'm doing. So fuck it. We already have rambled long enough. Thank you all for watching again. Sorry for the ramble, but it's a little insight of what's going on. Transparency at its finest. But yeah, that is the plan. New TW stuff for the new year. Different types of filming, different types of production, editing it down more and more to where you don't have to hear me ramble all the goddamn time. It's just very straightforward shit. And I think that's the best way to go about it. We'll see how that will play out, though, in the new year. As far as for the TW people, we'll see you next year. For everybody else, though, the WMA 5 people, hey, thank you for watching along. It's going to be awesome to get back on the fucking saddle again of UFC and 1FC. But also the FM people. When the beta's about to come out probably within the next couple of days, so that's going to be exciting. And we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.